Hello and welcome to Tdhc Blogger. My name is Na Kwakopoti, and today's discussion, trust me, is going to be very, very interesting because today's discussion is centered around entrepreneurship, youth, and the church. And I'm very happy to be joined by the CEO of Chloe Hair Salon and Spa, Winifred Na Klokobutri. And she happens to be a member of the Divine Healers Church, District A West 1, Mamponse Assembly. Yes, Agege 205. And she's an entrepreneur. As I mentioned earlier, today's discussion is going to be centered around entrepreneurship, youth, and the church. You're welcome, Winifred.
Thank you, Nakwako. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm also fine by the grace of God.
You're looking very beautiful.
Thank you so much. You're also looking lovely.
Yay, thank you very much. And welcome to Tdhc Blogger.
Thank you.
So, Winifred, as you know already, today's discussion is centered around entrepreneurship, the youth, and the church. So can you, before we start our main conversation, can you give us a brief background about yourself?
Okay, so as you mentioned earlier, my name is Winifred Na Klokobutri. I'm the CEO of Chloe Hair Salon and Spa.
Right.
And I'm a model as well. If you look at my journey, I've modeled for a lot of brands. And if you see me on TV, you need to say hi.
Hi. Okay, so as she said earlier, she's a model. So anytime you see her on screen, just say hi. Her name is Winifred Na Klokobutri. So what's your stage name?
Na Kloko.
Your brand name, Na Kloko.
Yes.
So when you see a Na Kloko over the class, Na Kloko, and she's going to say hi because she's a proud member of the Divine Healers Church. And a Divine Healers for Munim Dada, so she's just going to say hi to you. So moving on to our main conversation for today. Winifred, as an entrepreneur, what's motivated you to be an entrepreneur at the early stage? And then before you tell us something about that, at which age did you start working?
I started working at the age of 18 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
At age 18, were you done with university or you were still in school?
I was in school when I started working.
Wow.
You can see the struggles. I was going for lectures at the same time I was working. I even used to work at a restaurant whilst modeling. Wow. So I started working and I think my school mom nurtured me and helped me a lot. She helped me to save a lot of money. So when I completed school, anything I started, I used that same money to start that. And I got support too from my parents. So having this entrepreneurship skill and all that, when I was a child, I used to tell my dad that you should watch out because I'm going to create jobs for people. I'm going to do my own business. And it's going to come to pass. And my dad was like, yeah, I'm a lady, there's no need for that. I can't be doing a corporate job and all that, so I should just go to school. I was like, I'll go to school, but I'll still be an entrepreneur. And here I am today. I'm the CEO of a salon and spa, a big one to be precise, and I'm also a model.
Wow. So Winifred, looking at that, you were working at a restaurant, and then you were modeling as well.
Yeah.
So
I was schooling.
So it literally means that you once worked under someone, or
okay, that thing was like a modeling thing, no? Because I used to usher guests in. Oh, okay. You see, I told you I had an ushering company.
Yes.
So that's what we used to do. Okay. So it's only on Sundays I would just go and usher guests in. I was the hostess for one restaurant. I don't want to mention their name. In that place, you get a lot of connections. Like people come there, you try to serve guests and all that. So that also helped me to make more deals out of it because I'm a freelance model. I'm not in any agency. So
okay. So it literally means that you've never seeked for a job.
No. Okay. I was the this one CEO.
Yes.
So if sometimes I do some of the job, the gigs when the client comes and I think it's a good pay, I'll take it as well. I always don't give it to the girls.
Okay.
Also take it. Yeah.
So at which age did you start
modeling?
Modeling, yes, modeling.
At the age of 18, the same 18.
The same 18?
Yes.
Literally means that 18, you were doing lots of things. So.
Exactly. That's why I said I was a model and I was having the ushering company and all that. We used to work every time. Every weekends we are fully booked. And we used to coordinate events as well. I used to nurture 50 girls. We used to work,
Wow.
divide ourselves, and we used to work for different events. Maybe they're having a wedding party, any event at all. We are there to serve them.
So if I get you right, it means that you even started creating jobs at age 18.
Yes, I wanted to create job when I was at a tender age. So that has been my aim, and I started that at the age of 18.
Is your motivation related to the faith you have in God, and then the guidance you get from church, Sunday school, throughout to the youth?
Okay, I'm a philanthropist. I've always been giving out or giving back to the society, even with the little I have. I started my foundation at the age of 19 years. That time I had nothing, but I still started with what I have. You start at where you are. You just start because this is what you want to do. And by faith too, the teachings we had in church when I was children's service would tell you to give, open your heart to people, even if you don't have, try and help people and all that. I think the teachings also helped me.
Wow. So, Winifred, looking at that, you're a member of the Divine Healers
Yes.
Church and a proud member
Yes,
of the
please.
Divine Healers Church. Yes. Do you think there's something in the church which has to do with payment of tithes, commitment, and all that keeps making you who you are?
Okay, there is so much faith in the church. It's up to you, okay? As a believer, the pastors will preach every day. You'll be listening to sermons every Sunday. We'll be having church programs, youth programs, but it depends on you as a believer. Divine Healers Church will teach you everything you have to know. Will let you have the faith in God, everything. There's so much grace and favor in this church. So that also helped me, and I've always believed in God. I was born into Christianity. I was born into Divine Healers Church. So I've always believed in God, and I believe in payment of tithes. If I don't pay my tithes, I feel my month is not going to be well. My business is not going to boom. I'm not going to make so much sales. So I believe in payment of tithes, maybe offering, giving an offering to the church or something. That thing is going to go a long way for you when you do that.
So, looking at that, you are a youth. As I already said, you're a youth of the Divine Healers Church. And right now, you are a CEO. You are owning your own business. But people still complain that there's no business, like there are no jobs available. Do you think it's true?
Okay, let's say maybe where they find themselves, maybe there is no job there, but there are jobs. If you seek for it, you get it. Okay? I always say this, trusting God, putting in effort to seek for the job. Maybe you see vacancies out there, you go to the companies, you are not resting because you've not gotten what you want yet. You'll be going to companies to seek for the job. You see online, you'll be going through online. Sometimes I'm even looking for employees and it's hard for me to find them. Because most of the youth, some of them are very, very lazy. They want to get help from people every time. But you can create your own help. Imagine learning a skill for just 1,000 cedis, 500 cedis. Maybe 1,000 cedis is not just for someone, but maybe learning a skill with 500 cedis. There are a lot of tutorials online. You can learn that. Any money that you save, maybe you get money from people, your family members, save that money. Use that money to buy the tools for the skills that you are learning online. You can generate a job for your own self. But I think people are not strategic enough. Maybe the smartness we have, they don't have it. That's why I always say this. If you have a phone and you're not being smart about the phone or you're not using it well, then I don't think you are youth. Because every Gen Z I know is using their phones well to make money.
Right.
Yes.
Even on Snapchat.
Snapchat, TikTok. TikTok is a big place for everyone. You can make money on TikTok. Through TikTok Live, you can be having podcasts, it can be anything at all. To make you generate income, you can do it. But make sure you are going to God's way. Don't just go wayward.
Winifred, when you were speaking, you mentioned something about sometimes you finding it difficult to get employees. But have you tried to send the vacancy and your letters, your information to the church youth group?
Okay, I hardly send it to that page. I think I'll try my best to do that. Some of them DM me for jobs and all that, and I try to create it for them. If maybe that is not what I'm doing, maybe my field, I'll try and speak to someone to connect them to the job. I try to help people low-key. I'm someone that I don't want people to know whatever I'm doing.
Right.
Yes, I want to do it behind doors. I just don't want to put it on the page. Maybe if I'll put it on the page, I'll just let my boss take it and put it on the page. But the fact that I would know, I don't want people to know that I'm doing this, doing that, and all that. I'm very secretive when it comes to that. But I like helping people a lot. As I said earlier, I don't do it like to show off. I'll just do it behind closed doors than to let people know that I'm helping this particular person.
What common mistakes do you think the youths make when they are going to seek for jobs?
Okay, I think I can answer the question because I did my national service. Yes,
Right.
I work for someone. I'm not sick, but I was supposed to do my national service.
Because it's mandatory.
So from my experience, sometimes I think they don't really know a lot about the job they are seeking. They don't read intensively about whatever they are going to do. So when they go to the interview, some of them stammer, some of them are not confident, they shake a lot, they are naive, they don't know what is coming up, the next question and all that. When you have an interview, you should prepare for it. And I think that some of them too, they are not faithful, they don't have faith in God. They feel like, okay, when I go, I don't think I can get the job. Let me just try it. You have to have faith. When I wanted to buy my car, I told God that, God, I'll buy a car. I didn't say I want, I said I will buy it. I kept on saying it. When I was in the university, I wanted to even buy it. My dad stopped me. But I was like, no problem. When I complete, I'll buy it. One day, I woke up in the morning. I just woke my dad, Daddy, let's go and buy the car. He was like, are you joking? I said, let's go. And I went with him. I wanted one particular car. He was like, I'm so young, I shouldn't buy that one. I bought the one that he said I should buy. It's about faith. When you have faith in God, there's nothing you cannot do.
So, our dear viewers and listeners, you heard Winifred. Yes, Nakloko. She's saying that have faith. You know, the Bible says that faith without work is void and it's dead. So, even if you have faith and you're not working with it, trust me, it's dead. It's not going to work out. So, if you want everything to work perfectly in your life, be that church person, be committed, pay your tithe, do everything. Have faith in God, and alongside, work towards it. Because God is not just going to look at you having faith and then you know working, and He's going to say, let me provide for you. No. This is a very interesting conversation. Stay with us. Hello, and welcome back from the break. This is Tdhc blogger. My name is Nakwa Kokoti. And as I said earlier, I'm joined by the CEO of Chloe's Hair Salon and Spa, Winifred Nakloko Butchie. And today's discussion is centered around entrepreneurship, the youth, and the church. So join us as we have more conversations. Winifred, welcome back from the break.
Thank you.
So we before we left, we had more conversations. And you know, you've been a student before, and I know you are still a student. And as a student, and you've also been at children's service, you've joined children's service, and then you are the youth. Do you think the church and our educational system is adequately helping to improve employment?
Yes, especially the church. So the church is a place where you grow from, right? And I think Divine Love Church has the best student service.
Right.
They nurture you to become a God-fearing person, a good grown man, a man that is of the word, a man that has God words in his mind every day. So I think the church helps us a lot. And also education is also important. Okay. If you don't go to school, how would you know? How would you be smart? They always say that most successful men, some of them, they didn't go to school. But now, they go to school. There's adult education, so there's no way you can say education is not important.
Right.
Education too can help you grow. You know, it can help you learn a lot. You speak good English. So the church and the educational system collide. They come together to help the child grow. So both are important.
Right. Before we continue, you mentioned something that Divine Healers has the best Sunday school. You know, today TikTok is everywhere, and this video is going to be on all social media platforms. And then we know Sunday school. Now everyone is on social media, even kids. So I want you to tell Sunday school, the Sunday school members, I want you to tell them something for me, because there's someone who wants to be like you.
Okay.
But the person doesn't know what you've been through at Sunday school.
Okay, so as a child, as you are growing, you should listen to whatever your Sunday school teacher is going to say. The teachings, take it serious, so that when you go, you can practice it, okay? Because practice makes man perfect. If you practice whatever they teach, there is no way you are not going to make it. It's going to help you it's going to help you in all your endeavors, everything that you want to do. And from that one to whilst you are schooling as well, you should follow the rules in school, being smart, being consistent, being hardworking. You shouldn't say that you're a child so you wouldn't work. You should work. Even going to school is work because you are acquiring some knowledge. Sometimes you be learning, then you get tired, then you sleep. It's still work. So I think the girl child, the boy child, should also listen to the teachings they give in Sunday school.
Thank you very much. So you heard Winifred, right? If you're in Sunday school, I know you are going to see this. If you're not going to see this all by yourself, your parents are going to see this. Your big sister, your big brother, auntie, grandma, uncle is going to see this, and they'll be like, come and listen to someone. She was once like you. She was also in the Sunday school. Today, look at her. She owned her own business. So please, if you're in the Sunday school, listen to what your teacher says to you, okay? Because with God, everything is possible. And yes, God likes children.
Yes.
He likes everyone, but he likes children. So if you're a child, listen to God's word and do everything your Sunday school teacher asks you to do. So Winifred, continuing, I know your business is on social media.
Yeah.
Yes, and entrepreneurship looks so attractive on social media. Everyone sees it and the person is like, wow, this is beautiful. Can you tell us the reality behind it? I want young believers to know the reality behind it.
Being an entrepreneur is so stressful. That's why I always say that you should involve God in everything that you do so that you give you the strength, the knowledge to do more. Because as an entrepreneur, if you don't have the strength, if you don't pray, you don't know the people following you. God needs to protect you. Sometimes, it's frustrating.
Okay, Winifred, when you were starting this business, what are some of the challenges you faced as a beginner?
As a beginner, I faced a lot of challenges. As I said earlier, I think you interviewed me the other time. I told you that this business, I had no idea about it.
Right.
I just went into it because of some issues that I had. So I needed to stop modeling for some time. And I went for practicals. I paid for master class. You know, I always say saving is very good. I save a lot of money at a tender age. So that's what helps me. I had investments. So I needed to take that money. I needed to pay tutors, people that are professionals to teach me this job. And I was determined as well. I was consistent. I keep practicing. If I tell you that I don't know how to do hair, I didn't know how to do hair in 3 years ago, would you believe? Because right now, if you see the hairs I do, this one, my student did it for me. The makeup, my student did it for me, right? So if I tell you that I had no idea, you wouldn't believe. So it's about the consistency, determined, and I always say, seeking God first. Because in the beginning is God, at the end too is God.
But when you went to school, did you study a course related to that?
I didn't study that. I did Bachelor of Science in Accounting. I'm currently doing Accounting and Finance, MSc in Accounting and Finance.
It literally means that your educational background has nothing to do with.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, that you should be determined. If you know that this is what you want, you can work towards it and get it.
At this point, I just want, I'm speechless because God can do everything for you.
Like, sometimes your plans are not God's plans. God's ways are not your ways. You want to do something. Maybe you want to be a doctor. God says, no, you're going to be a hairstylist. Okay. As I said earlier on, I didn't want to do hair. I didn't want to do any spa. I didn't want to do any salon. My dream was to become an accountant, sit in these big offices and, be dressing like a corporate girlie and go and sit there, be holding the computer and all that. Now I have my own business. I hold the computer there. I'm my own accountant in my own business. Maybe this is what God wants me to do, so that's why I'm doing it.
Thank you very much. Earlier, you mentioned that when you were going to buy your car, your money wasn't even up to.
Yes.
And then you also mentioned that you saved a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking at the youth in this church, especially those who want to become CEOs that are not yet there, and those who are still seeking for a job, but they've still not found one, what can you tell them? With little capital or with no capital, what can you tell them?
I'll tell them that you should start with what you have. Start at where you are. Just start. believe in Christ. Just know that, okay, there are jobs that you can start without no capital. Maybe you can join a group, a wholesale group. They are selling hairs, they are selling dresses. You'll be posting the dresses. You post it, someone wants some. You just add your profit to it. You are good to go. You can even make 100 cedis a week without you investing in it. Without capital, you can get. It's just you need to be strategic. Everything is strategy. Okay, maybe something worked for me, something wouldn't work for you. Some people even go to businesses that they don't want to do it because they feel like everyone is doing it and they are making money. That someone will go into that business and it wouldn't work for them. So you should be strategic. Do you understand? And also you should seek advice from your parents as well. Sometimes your parents will help. My parents has been helping me since day one. Since I started modeling my hair business, they've been helping me. Advice upon advice. If they have some financial support, they will give it to me. But some people don't have financial support. That's why I'm saying that start at where you are. Start with what you have. Just start. Ushering business. There are businesses where you don't even need capital. I started my ushering business with no capital. I didn't even have 1 cedi with the ushering business.
Wow.
So this is how I did it. I did a flyer. Doing a flyer is not any money. My parents are taking care of me in the university. The money they give me, okay, please do this flyer for me. How much? I'll just give you the money. I did the flyer with my own pictures. I told them that I do ushering services. I started sharing the flyers. Once I was sharing them, someone would be like, okay, I have a friend who is about to get married. I have a friend doing a wedding. I can link you. When my girls started, they didn't have uniforms. We were wearing black attire with black shoes. That dress, everyone has it. So when we started with that, when we started getting money from clients, I started sewing uniforms for them to bring uniformity and all that. And it got to a point, I think I wanted to just switch from that business because I wanted another business. Once you go into something, you'll be seeking for something. Once you go into it and you find another job, you feel like there's money here more than the other side. But sometimes I think you should just do it in a unique way. I didn't know about that. So I wish I knew this earlier. If you start something, listen to me. If you start something and you know it's not going on well, be strategic. Find a different way. Find another way to get your clients, your audience. Don't jump into any other business. I've done 3 businesses and now I've landed on the 4th one.
Wow.
And this 4th one, I'm not letting it go because I learned it the hard way that you can be strategic and still make that business succeed.
Winifred, as a member of the Divine Healers Church in the youth, there are lots of youth rendering their service in the house of the Lord. Mm-hmm. Is that something you do in the house of the Lord?
Yes, I read the Bible sometimes. I'm
Sometimes.
more consistent, yes. It's not every day.
Okay. But do you think rendering your service in the house of the Lord willingly can do something for you?
Like so many testimonies are flying on social media. People render service in the house of the Lord and you can see them blessed. Sometimes they're having weddings, when they're having engagements, any program, you see the support.
Right.
Have you noticed that?
I've noticed
the people that render service in the church,
yes.
The support is huge when they're having an event. And also God blesses you through that. It's not only about giving, it's not only about, some people, they don't have the money, but they can render the service in the church. And you see, maybe it's not always about the money. Sometimes you see them rendering the service of the church, they don't have enough money, but God blesses them. You see some favor around them. God gives them certain gifts that you can't even see.
Right.
More jobs, they create jobs for them, even outside the church. Like they found favor everywhere they go. So rendering the service in the church is one of the best things I would like to do. I'll even do it from next week.
Hey! So members of Mount Ponce Assembly, English service, right? Expect her.
I'll be the accountant.
She wants to be an accountant from next week, yes. So she'll be doing that. I'll be checking up. I'll ask them.
Sure, I'll try.
I know people from that place. I'll ask them.
Okay,
is Winifred working?
them.
Is she an accountant? So we'll be expecting that. Moving on, Winifred, as a CEO, do you have any intentions about creating job opportunities for the youth, especially those in the Divine Healers Church?
Okay, I think I spoke to NLC about it, that I want to have these seminars, okay? I feel like I've not gotten there yet, but I'm always telling people that start at where you are, start with what you have.
Right.
So I think I'll start any moment from now. Once I'm done with the project I'm doing, we can start that. Every year we can have one big seminar teaching people for free in the church. It will help the young ladies to come up with a skill just for free because they are in the Divine Healers Church. So we'll start that soon.
With your faith, I don't even think you just do it once a year, because you're talking about faith. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure that
if
you do it
people
more
are
than.
interested, we'll do it big. Like we can even do it every month for free, just free. I'll call my workers. We'll teach you for free.
Wow.
Then so that we can also get the grace.
I don't know. So Winifred, we've spoken a lot. We've said a lot. I would want you to advise the youth of the church, and then a youth outside, someone who wants to be an entrepreneur, a CEO. I would want you to give them a piece of advice, because we all need advice from one another to be good.
So being a CEO is not easy. I'll tell you the truth. I always say this. Before you be an entrepreneur, pray about it. Entrepreneur is not for everyone. Sometimes we have spiritual challenges. We have physical challenges, spiritual battles, physical battles. So you should not just go into it. Pray about it to God. If you pray about it and you think it's the best decision for you, you go into it. And you should be determined, be respectful. Carry yourself so well that people will respect you. Your employees will respect you. Your clients will respect you. Create a brand that is going to stand out even if you are not around. You've traveled outside the country and it's still going on. That is a brand. So as an entrepreneur, you shouldn't behave as a normal person at all. Because being an entrepreneur is like you being a boss, top tier. So you should act according to being a boss. And as I said, entrepreneurship is not for everyone.
Thank you very much, Winifred. To everyone listening or watching this piece, thank you very much, and then God richly bless you. My name is Na Kwakokwoti, and today I was joined by the CEO of Chloe Hair Salon and Spa, Winifred Na Kloko Butchie. And today's conversation, I hope you really enjoyed it, because today's conversation was all you needed to know about entrepreneurship, the youth, and the church. And I know you'll be blessed from what she's saying. She says, have faith in the Lord. Always pray. In every step you take, you have to pray. Don't just move around. Service. Be a service to the church. Service the church. Like, do something in the church. Pray every time. I repeat, pray every time. Pray without ceasing. And also have faith in the Lord. And with the faith, don't just have it. Have faith and then work. Because faith without work is void. Thank you very much. My name is Nakwa Kokoti.